Hey everyone, this is Laura from Nathan's Art Show, as well as the Creative Family Studio, Colorado. And Nathan asked me to come on today to show you something I've been working on. This is a real simple sketchbook. I got it at Target in their art aisle, and it's just got lots of easy to work with sketchbook paper. So I've just started going page by page, and I thought I'd do a little flip through today and show you what I've been up to. I started doing art journaling and just exploring, having fun with paint and collage and tearing things out of magazines, and then discovered even more options as I watched more YouTube videos. So let's flip through this and I'll show you the kinds of things I discovered. So this page, of course, these were started back in November of 2022. And so because I love bright colors, I love florals, this was kind of the direction I went. These are pictures from obviously travel magazines. The florals are paper napkins that can be decoupaged and collaged on. And that makes for a really fun way to build up different texture and color. This was a picture that came out of a local magazine for an art show, and so I was inspired by that to do this painted background. And then now I have this background available when I'm ready to do even more design on those pages. This is when I started to get into cutting shapes from magazine pages. And so I just cut these things out of different pages and out of a home magazine. This is stenciling, and then this is stamping with a big piece of bubble wrap. I just kind of rubbed the paint all over it and stuck it down and used that as a stamp. So that was kind of fun. Here's some more of the paper napkins. These are some starfish, but this was kind of fun because I was able to pull some of the colors from some of the magazine pieces that I used. But I love the beach, so of course I had to include a beach page. One of the fun things that you can do in art journaling is add quotes, and you can glue things in that came from somewhere else. So this was actually acrylic floral piece that I did last year, and decided that I really loved it and wanted to be able to see it more often. So I cut it out and brought it in here. And then this is, I started playing with a mandala circle and just kind of, started in the middle and worked my way out, and just wanted to kind of see how that would feel and if I'd enjoy that. This spread is from last December, and clearly it was one of our first super cold days here in Colorado, and I was wanting everything warm. So you can see all my pictures of the warm cup of coffee and all the fireplaces, and it just felt very cozy, and so that was a really fun page to do. So I matched my papers to that color, just needed that warmth. Like I mentioned before, I love florals, so I'm playing around with more, I guess, conceptual or more abstract types of flowers, and so these were just done on top of a background with some of those paper napkins laid down first, and then we kind of came back with some paint markers and did some marking like that. This spread was from January 1st of this year, and because this is our first winter in Colorado, I decided that I needed to make use of this background paper, which is actually Christmas wrapping paper. So I guess I was putting away the Christmas wrapping paper, and it was inspired by the snowflakes. And then I added the mountains, and then I decided to dig into my printed paper stash and just started cutting different geometric shapes. And then all of a sudden I started layering them, and I had a little cityscape. So considering that I'm an architect, that probably doesn't surprise too many of you, but that was a fun one to put together. And then I just went back with with a thin tip paint pen, like a Posca pen, and just added all the windows and the details there. So if you've done any kind of mixed media art, you have probably come across washi tape. And washi tape is, it's really just as simple as this, but they come in about a million different colors and sizes. So I started playing around with washi tape, just laying them out in a star pattern underneath this paint. And then I realized, well, you know, of course I love flowers, so let's play around with the petal shape. So then I started to take what was really abstract with the washi tape, and then I turned that into the inspiration for these petals on top. So that's where this spread came from. Most of the time I don't really know what I'm going to end up with when I start. It's really just a creative and intuitive process. Here's another one from back in December, and I just did a very cool white and blue background and then added some more texture with the napkins. And this was a beautiful piece out of a magazine that I just had to save. And we haven't been on too many exploring winter adventures yet here in Colorado, but you can bet that when we do, this will be where I add it. And then sometimes when you just need to get your creativity going, you really just, you don't have to have anything in mind, just start moving paint or gluing things down, or, you know, you don't have to have a plan. And that was really what this page was all about. I just wanted to spend a little bit of time doing something creative, but I didn't have a final piece in mind. So this works as a great backdrop for something that will come later. Here's another one, same example. Use stencils and more of the paper, the scrapbook paper underneath. Here's some more stencils here. But it just kind of feels like a very rustic kind of architectural, something from the Mediterranean, which I just love. So that'll be a fun one. When the inspiration strikes me to add something to that, it will be ready. I must have been on kind of a old world patina kind of mood, because this was the next one that I did. Again, pulling pictures from magazines. And I love to travel, so this inspired me to do something that kind of felt very southern, or this is from Arizona, so kind of southwest, but not really bothered by how messy the paint is. That's actually what kind of makes the fun texture and the color. So this is one of my favorite layouts, and this was inspired by the view at in the nighttime and the evening after the sun goes down from where we live. And one of the things that I always just marvel at is that we're up high enough where we are that we get the view of all of the wonderful twinkling lights at night from the city. So this started as just playing around with tearing the scrapbook paper and layering it and painting over it with dark watercolors, and it really started to take on sort of that nighttime layered mountain look. And so that's when I started to add in kind of just a representation of the buildings that would be up close. But I really wanted to bring attention to the city lights, because that's what's really inspiring and beautiful around here, really actually year round. And then sometimes you just need a day to relax. So even just something as simple as painting a leaf shape, if you do it over and over and in different directions, different shading, you know, put some on stems and vines and really kind of play around with the layout of them. Even sometimes that can be inspiring. So these were painted on top of a background that I had already made, and this has polka dotted tissue paper and marbleized napkins. And so that provided a nice neutral background just to play with the leaves. So anyway, if you guys have something that you really enjoy doing and that gets your creativity flowing, I would love to know about it, because I'm always interested in new crafts and new art projects. So until then, if you'll give us a comment down below and let us know what you guys love to do, and then we will keep sharing what we love to do. So until next time, bye. We'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.